Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Roma Theory. We're here with yet another podcast. We're here with Matteo from
What's up? North Carolina, USA.
nice. It's actually his birthday today, so make sure to wish him the best wishes in the comments below. And today we'll be discussing the topic today will be, can Roma make top four? Will Roma make top four? That's what we're going to chat about today. But as I do with these, with you guys, with this new series, do you want to introduce yourself? Do you want to kind of talk about the origins of becoming a Roma fan?
Yeah. So my dad, uh, he he grew up in Latina, and he was a Cagliari fan. And
Wow.
like he told me this story recently, actually. When he went to school, he was like the only non-Juve fan. Like everyone was Juve fans, and he get he get bullied for that. And one time he went to a Roma game because it was like the closest, and he fell in love.
Mm.
Um, So yeah, he's been a Roma fan ever since then. And I've gone to one Roma game in my life. It was in 2016. It was Roma against Udinese 4-0. And I still remember it very
Nice.
clearly. And that's like I
Nice.
think when I was like hooked. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's when I was hooked.
Right.
But
That's
yeah,
great. I mean, regarding the topic of today, it's a complicated one. And, I chose a very complicated topic for it. Partly because it's early, but initial debates, I want you to kick in. Are we going to make top four, yes or no?
no, I don't think we will. I think we can, but like knowing what number one thing, our injury history,
Yeah.
it's not gonna.
Yeah.
Um, but I think we are better than last year. I
Okay.
think we're a better team, and I wouldn't be totally shocked if we do. Because AC Milan are slipping, Napoli are slipping. Like second half of the season, Atalanta always slips. So
Yeah.
it's possible, but
So
it
if
doesn't
I
look too
ask
good.
you, I have to agree with you. I don't think we will make top four. I see more organized teams. I see teams which suffer less injuries. I see teams with more quality, and especially I see teams with more consistency than us. So if I had to ask you right now, what would your top four look like? Who would you say?
I think Inter and Juve are like locked in.
Yeah,
I think that's one and two. Um,
I'd also
I
add
think
Milan
Milan
to
will
be
get three.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Milan will get third, and Napoli will get fourth. I think.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you think Napoli? Because Atalanta's interesting. Atalanta's not living a bad moment, but
right.
overall, yeah,
Yeah,
can they do it until the very end? No, I have to agree with you. I don't think we will make top four. Do you think, however, because obviously there's another path of us playing in the Champions
right.
League next season, and that's the Europa League path. Do you think that's easier, or do you think that's even more complicated than qualifying in the top four?
I think it's easier, especially
I
with
agree.
a
I
coach
agree.
like Jose, a manager like Jose. I think we can do it. Like it's not impossible, and I think we are one of the favorites.
Yeah.
Uh,
It
yeah,
does depend on Liverpool, does it?
I mean that's the thing. Like I feel like all like the best, like the number one best team always gets knocked out in one way or another. Like is that way with Arsenal last season.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, no,
Juve.
I have to agree. I think the experience, the fact that Jose, as you said, brings so much more European momentum into this team. I see a completely different team that plays in Europe than a team that plays in the league. I think we're better in Europe. I think our mentality is more determined in Europe. So I have to agree with you. I think it is easier to get Champions League football via the Europa League. Um, and another question here is, what do you think this team needs to improve on in future seasons to ultimately get that Champions League football, which is missing since quite a long while?
I think like a strong young base.
Yeah.
Like we sell a lot of young players for not a great reason. It's like Volpato, Tahirovic, like those
Mm.
players could do something. But I think also like I think just just our bench. We
Yeah.
need to fill that out because there's like a few players that can come in and do something. I think our 11 is like a good squad, but
Mm.
like our bench just falls off. You know,
Yeah, and as you said, I think our 11 is great, but can they actually play all together? We've got so many
right?
injuries that we've never really seen Lukaku, Dybala, Pellegrini play all together. Um, do you think what who's that player that we are extremely dependent on, which should, which no, not should, but which could make top four happen this season? Like, in other words, do you think this team is more Dybala dependent or Lukaku dependent?
Lukaku definitely,
Oh wow,
but
that's good.
mainly because Dybala hasn't played much. He hasn't
Yeah,
played that much, and we still have been doing well without him. But I
yeah.
think when we get him back, like we'll definitely do better. Um, but right
I
now it's
think
Lukaku. He's
yeah.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on these big games that we never win and that we always play hiding ourselves in the back, never attack, never shoot?
Um,
Will it
I mean,
change?
I think it won't. I don't think I understand it against Inter because
Yeah.
Milan like went full flowing. They conceded five. You know,
Mm.
but I think against teams like Atalanta, Lazio, Fiorentina, we should try to best them. Like play our best football instead of just holding back. Yeah.
We've got a very tough calendar. You look at that calendar and it does scare you a bit. I think it's not necessarily playing open, but it's just wanting more from these big games. I just feel like we only have one plan in these big games, which is just defend, hope for the point. I want to see us play more offensive, just like we did last year. We won in Milan. We didn't play a massively open game. We defended well. We attacked well. We have the players. I mean, they're lacking now because a lot of them are injured. But yeah. So yeah, how long do you think it will take for us to get back playing in the Champions League?
Um,
And do you think
I
it
have no.
needs a new manager to bring us back in the Champions League?
I'd like to see a new manager. Because I think the league is. I think we should try to like go forward in the league or Coppa Italia, and Jose doesn't really do that.
Yeah.
Um, but considering like our spending limits and the transfer window, I think it'll take at least a couple of seasons, like if not
Mm.
more,
Yeah.
because we don't have the squad. We don't have the squad. Um, I think even Atalanta have a better squad than us, um,
Mm.
and I don't think they'll make Champions League for a while. You know,
I think
but
other better teams with better projects than us. I agree. I definitely agree on that.
mhm.
But yeah, is there anything else you want to say?
uh, I mean, yeah, I've actually like been optimistic with the squad because I feel like most of the players are actually playing better than last season.
Hmm.
I mean, like Bove is playing really well. I love
Oh,
Bove.
I love that guy.
Um, Also, I I feel I'm actually excited for Pellegrini this season.
Yeah.
I feel like in most of the games, like even just like looking at him, I see him like more aggressive and more defensive. But also he hasn't played much, which kind of sucks. He has like very low minutes. I think the lowest out of like all of our main
Yeah.
players. But I like him. I like him this season.
Is he our
I see it like a
captain?
massive. Yeah, he is our captain. I think we have to stick to him. He's not like a big verbal captain like Mancini, but he's I like how he just like puts his head down and works.
Yeah.
I think that's what we need in a captain,
Yeah.
and I
Definitely.
hope to see him back soon because him and Lukaku, I feel like could be really good together.
Yeah, and Dybala hopefully too. We've never really seen Lukaku, Pellegrini, Dybala, and what's the other guy? Yeah, these
Yeah,
three players play together.
yeah.
But yeah, right. Your predictions on Sunday? Do you want to say it? Score prediction.
Against Lecce, I'm gonna go with 2-1 Rome. 2-1
Okay,
Roma.
I'm going 2-0. I'm going 2-0.
Right. Yeah.
Right. It's been a pleasure, mate. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah. 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 I have. Yeah.
Whenever you want to come back, just send me an email and we can organize another one. Happy birthday again. And
Thank you. Thank you.
talk to you soon.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.